Getting ready to get started here in Edwardsville. We have Twin Bridges versus Chesterfield this afternoon. Chesterfield wearing their road blacks again. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Chesterfield resets. Like McLean bumped off the puck. Twin Bridges controls, they flip it back down at the red line. Puck held in at the blue line by the Lightning. Puck just exits the zone. They'll dump it down low. Lightning change players, Chesterfield. Puck is bouncing around the blue line. Chesterfield gains control. Picked off. Centers. Puck is still bouncing. Out come the Falcons. This is Danny Ma coming down the left wing. Number 49 for Chesterfield overskates it, and Lightning get it back. They'll come down the other way. And that should be icing, and that will be the call. So the faceoff will come back down in the Lightning zone. Face off to the right of the Twin Bridges goaltender. Controlled by the Falcons, but Twin Bridges takes over and they send it back down. Bennett plays it around. Puck is at the point, exits the zone. Chesterfield gets control. Gavin Bennett goes in. Bennett with a nice check, holds the puck for a moment, and then clear back out to the neutral zone. Puck is dumped back down by Twin Bridges. They try to center, go behind the goal. Behind the goal, Chesterfield goes again. Oh, turnover at the point. Shot, deflected. Glove saved by Connolly. All right, we'll have another face-off now in the Falcons zone. Chesterfield keeps trying to skate the puck out. They're going to pass it. Shot! Ooh, just wide. Good chance there for Twin Bridges. Chesterfield comes in. Ooh, quick shot just over the goal. Smith trying for a wraparound. Smith in the middle. He sends it out top. Quick pass over. Quick shot. Oh, it hits the body in front. And back the other way we go. Puck is loose right at the center dot. Flipped in. Smith chases. 67 for the Falcons. Puck is flipped all the way down. Not going to have enough steam for icing, I don't think. Oh, well, rolls all the way down. So we'll get icing on that play. Easton Kiefer, 34, takes the draw for Chesterfield. Puck is controlled by the Lightning. icing. Looks like the player didn't quite get to the red line. So Kiefer will get a second opportunity at the face-off. Controlled by the Lightning. Breaks in, shoots. Ooh. Summerich trying to muscle his way through. Puck is bouncing, comes down to the near corner. At the far side, and probably another icing by Twin Bridges. Malik takes the face off. Lightning control once more. Taken. Oh, I think that was Ma. Another good chance. Puck's bouncing. Puck's still loose. Malik sends it out front. Oh, it's a skate. Couple good opportunities there for Chesterfield. Chesterfield comes out again. Nice pass in front. Shot, rebound, held on to by the goaltender. That was Colby back on the shot. Face off now to the right of the Lightning goaltender. This looks like Smith on the draw. Chesterfield controls it and glove two and held on. We'll do the face off again. Puck comes out. Oh. Holland. Puck's bouncing, gets through the middle. Twin Bridges breaks in. Big hit there by, looked like Matthew Stryker. Chesterfield comes out with it. They flip it down low. Armfield. He gets help from Smith. Holland pursues. Puck is flipped out. And we have a breakaway down the other way. Shot. Oh, what a save. Puck comes out to the middle. Smith cuts in, shot wide. Puck takes an odd bounce. I think it might have gone out of play. Playing on the face-off, 24. He wins it. Puck is bouncing, quick shot. Puck is in the corner, Summerich. Puck is tipped back in. Summerich after it. Puck comes over to the strong side here, and they'll send it right up the middle. That's going to be icing. Face off controlled by the Lightning. And good pass. Chesterfield comes. Oh! Good centering pass by Summerich over to McLean. Just couldn't pull the trigger. Outlet pass. Shot. They score. One nothing. Lightning lead. All right, Chesterfield trailing 1-0 now, with about 7.5 minutes to play in the first period. Puck coming through the middle. Oh, good chance. That was Beck, had his stick lifted last moment. We go back down the other way. Oh, toe save. Puck held in. Armfield. Armfield centers. Holland back out to the point. They shoot. Ooh, another nice save. Puck picked off. Armfield goes down to the corner. Back out to the point. That shot deflected wide. This is Lodano. Pinches in. Lodano all the way around the goal. Lodano with some nice work sends it out to the point. Striker shoots. Rebound. They score. Peyton Lodano with the goal. On the shot by Matthew Striker. We go to the replay. 1-1. Lodano sends it back out to the point. That's Matthew Striker out there. Can't see him. The initial save made by the goaltender. Rebound comes right to Lodano and he buries it. Puck in the corner. Ooh, nice hit. Nice save by Connolly. We'll hang on to that one. Got 5:20 to play, first period. 1-1's the score. Good cross pass by 77 on Twin Bridges. Oh, they come in just off sides. It's a good outlet pass. Face off come outside of the Falcons zone on the offsides call. Chesterfield takes possession, sends it back over to Lightning. Lightning come back in. 2-on-2. Ooh, nice centering attempt. Chesterfield tries to get out. They get out of the zone. Twin Bridges brings it back in just off sides. Chesterfield comes out with it. This looks like Kobe back. He shoots. Glove save. Malik takes the face off. Ooh, sends it back. Puck is bouncing, got over Beck's stick. Malik still fighting. Puck still in the zone, gets out. Back to the neutral zone. Bennett resets. 21 sends it over. Up to Lee, just through him. Puck is flipped back out. Bennett chases it. He tips it up. And they send it out of play. Chesterfield controls on the face-off. Holland goes in deep. Holland right in front of me. Ooh, good outlet pass to Armfield. Armfield shot. Good save by 29. Puck comes back out and sent back down. They wave off the icing. Chesterfield trying to exit the zone, unable to. Centers, woo, that was a close one. Back out to the point, held in again by Twin Bridges. This time, Chesterfield gets it to the neutral zone. The Lightning regroup. Puck is held in by the Falcons. Armfield, good pressure. Puck comes up along the far boards, sent to the middle of the ice. Chesterfield changing players. Puck's held in twice by Twin Bridges. Chesterfield finally exits the zone and it's flipped back down, so we'll have a offsides. 2:26 to play first period. Face-off will come out to center ice. Face-off controlled by Chesterfield. Ma tried to skate in. Picked off by a Twin Bridges defender. Ooh, puck's loose. That was McLean trying to get in. He is offsides on the hit. Lodano plays it up. And offsides once more. A lot of offsides here early. Puck still bouncing around the neutral zone. Twin Bridges dumps it down low. Puck is dumped down. Lightning take over. Held in at the point. Held in momentarily. Nice job by Lodano. He flips it out. Mala comes in. Shoots. Ooh, just over the goal. Ooh, well done by Ramey. Ramey gets help from Malik. Malik tries to center. Back out to Ramey. Ramey again. And this time the puck is sent all the way down for icing. Face off. Won by Twin Bridges. Turned over. All right, that does it for the first period, 1-1. Goal by Peyton Lodano, assisted by Matthew Stryker in the first period. All right, start of the second period. Armfield down the right wing. Armfield cuts in. Twin Bridges tries to break out. They send it in. Bennett. I tried to clear it off the glove of the Lightning defender. Puck is still bouncing. That's Holland. Smith trying to break through. Smith does. Shoots. Ooh, held on to by the goaltender. Face-off will be back down in the Twin Bridges zone. Ooh, nice move. Shot deflected wide. 3 Chesterfield defenders on that player. Bennett, nice move. He'll go across center ice. Scott steps up. Uh-oh, we got a partial breakaway. Good job. Bennett comes back. Nice stick check on that player. He was coming in all alone. Scott, he sends it up. Puck comes down to the far side, shot, blocker save. And offsides is the call. Face-off comes out to center ice on the offsides. Chesterfield comes down the left wing. Centers, who off a skate. Broken up by Lodano. He'll send it up. Chesterfield down again. Centers. Scores! Great pass. I'm not sure who scored that. We're going to take a look at it. Might have been Beck over to Malik. That's Malik on the goal. I think Beck on the assist. It's a nice pass, whoever sent that out. All right, Chesterfield takes a 2-1 lead. Another chance for the Falcons. Matthew Stryker sends it up. Chesterfield breaks in. Ooh. Malik is pulled down. I'm not sure who was pulled down there. We'll have a penalty coming. All right, guys, sorry for the background noise. Got the next team is stick handling behind me. So once they start getting warmed up, it should get a little quieter. Not sure who they're calling the penalty on. It's on, looks like Twin Bridges. 77 goes to the box. Puck comes across the middle. Cleared out. Ramey plays it. Ramey all the way around. Shot just wide, rebound, Armfield. Armfield sends out to the point, nobody home. Shot, saved by Connolly in the middle. Oh man, that almost got in. That was close. Another breakout for Twin Bridges. Shot. Pad saved by Connolly. And we'll have icing the other way, so bring it back down into the Puck comes out. Both teams back at full strength. Bennett spins. Ooh, sends it across, far side. Chesterfield comes in the other way. McLean plays it. McLean up the right side. Ooh, big hit. No call. Elbow to the head. Wow. Can't believe they didn't call that one. Big hit on the boards there, no call. Hey guys, watch the balls, please. Just twice. All right, the referee's going over to talk it over with coach. All right, we'll see what the call is after. No call on the play. 9:25 to play, second period. That was a pretty big hit on the side. Chesterfield comes back in. Quick shot, ooh, deflected just wide. Kiefer goes after it, he blocks it. Coming out the other way, good center pass. All right, face-off comes down into the Lightning zone. Shot, just wide by Lodano. Striker pinches in. Puck comes out. Player tries to go short side. Man. Puck sent, rebound. Puck is bouncing. Bounces out, another chance for Chesterfield. Ooh, goes just wide. Twin Bridges breaks out. All right, McLean, he hits the brakes, cuts back. Sends it across to the center. Ma. Ma sends it down. Maybe that was Summerich trying to get around a player. Marcantel holds the player to the outside. He surveys. Collision there between Beck and the Twin Bridges player. Ramey picks it up. Ramey's off to the races. He sends it down. That will be icing. With 5:54 to play in the second period. Marcantel flips it up through two sticks. Lee centers, backhander. Ramey. Where's the puck? Puck goes out of play. Yeah. Marcantel steps up, sends it over. Left corner, centering pass. Now we go down the right side. Centers. Oh, shot. Nice save. Puck sent around to the weak side. That's picked up by Ramey. He shoots and it goes out of play again. Bennett, high to Smith. Bennett knocks the player off the puck. Scott sends it up to Holland. Holland across. Puck is bouncing. Bennett with the poke chuck, sends it up. Smith trying to get around a couple players. Puck gets out. Players pushing and shoving in the corner. And we have one Falcon player going to the box. All right, the refs are going to talk this over. We'll see. Looks like one Twin Bridges player going off. Got a second Twin Bridges player going off. I know at least one Falcon went off as well. still talking it over. The officials are sorting through the penalties. I know we had at least 2 Lightning players went to the box, and at a minimum 1 Chesterfield player did. Might have been 2. We've got 1 penalty on the board right now. There might be offsetting minors also in there. And then we got 1 for Chesterfield going up. So that's Smith for Chesterfield, and it looks like 27 for Twin Bridges. There's definitely a second player that went off for the Lightning. I don't know if he maybe got a misconduct. We'll see what happens. The ref's still talking it over. While they're sorting through that, we'll go over to our starting goalie today, and that's Liam Connolly. Playing well thus far. All right, and it looks like now the coach for Twin Bridges may have gotten a bench minor. All right, still working through the penalties. There was a pile up down in the far corner from where I'm at to the left of the Lightning goaltender. Still waiting for the penalties to go on the board. I think the ref's done assigning them. Now we just got to see what they put up. All right, so the Lightning get a major on the play. And the ref is not done yet. All right, I think we're ready now. All right, now Coach Jeans is talking it over with the referee, trying to get an explanation on the penalties. All right, now we're ready to roll. All right, right, good opportunity here for the Falcons. Shot, held on to by the goaltender. All right, so I think the first penalty was offsetting minors. And then they got a bench minor, and then, so I think Smith's penalty is an offsetting minor, so that should not be on the board. So it's 5-on-3 right now. Puck comes out to the point. Quick shot, wide. So the initial call was an offsetting minor. Then they got a bench minor for Twin Bridges, and then the major penalty on number 4 on the fight. So that's why we're playing 5-on-3 right now. We were held on to by the goaltender, nice save. Chesterfield breaks in. Falk out to the point, quick shot. Blocked in front. Oh, the puck hops over Marcantel's stick. He gets help from Malik. Malik's gonna skate in. Malik sends it across, shot. Nice save, rebound. And we got more pushing and shoving down low. All right, face-off's gonna come to the left of the Twin Bridges goaltender. Controlled by the Falcons, shot, blocked and comes just out of the zone. Oh, what a save. A great save by the Twin Bridges goaltender on that play. Puck is gloved down. Bennett sends it up far side to Armfield or Smith. I think it was Smith. Now it's Armfield. Armfield partially fans on it. Puck comes back out to the point. Bouncing puck. Puck's been bouncing quite a bit here. Centers just out of the reach of the Twin Bridges player. They go back down low. Gavin Bennett swings it up just out of the zone. Got about a minute and a half in the man advantage for the Falcons. Unable to do much so far. They'll dump it back down low. Nick Scott. Kiefer. Easton Kiefer breaks out, cutting down the middle. Now he's going to go to the outside. Flips it down low, falls down. Puck is sent up again. Scott plays it. Down behind the goal. Brought out in front, shot, rebound. Still loose. They score! Go to the replay. Couldn't quite see who scored on that. Let's see. Goes down low. Puck was bouncing around. There it is. Ooh. Goal by McLean. 24 McLean on the goal. All right, Cam McLean with the goal. It looks like we might have more penalties coming. All right, power play goal for the Falcons, and we have offsetting minors again. All right, we have a player being ejected. All right, that's number 85, I believe. All right, 48 seconds left in here in the second. Chesterfield just scored a goal, power play by McLean. After the goal was scored, we have, looks like offsetting minors again. All right, we're still gonna, now we're gonna be, all right, we're gonna go 4-on-4. Still not sure how that's working, but, right? Looks like 4-on-4. Quick shot, rebound. Ooh, that was close. Puck comes across the middle again. Matthew Sprackler plays it. We got 5 seconds left in the third. All right, we go to intermission, 3-1. All right, the board here has offsetting minors up, but right now Twin Bridges is playing a man up. Yeah. Okay, so I think right now Twin Bridges has a power play on the penalty to McLean. All right, we're trying to sort through that. They've got 2 penalties up on the board, 1 for each team, but I think one of those should have been taken down. All right, we're back at it. Chesterfield will be shorthanded for about another 20 seconds. Shot, glove save. The puck's still loose. And they score. All right, 3-2 right now with about 14 and a half minutes to play, third period. Smith scores! Smitty with a quick goal. Let's go to that replay. That was a hell of a shot. Smith comes down and goes high, blocker side. Quick shot. Boom. Nice job, Jansen Smith. He's been on fire lately. Centers it. Back over, down low. Smith in it. And again, Smith with 1 goal already today. Oh, watch the stick. Tip back down. And Twin Bridges exits the zone. Back out to the point, shot, loose, and whistle is blown. All right, face off will come to the, looks like, right of Connolly. Puck is cleared out of the zone, back down into the Lightning, into the ice. Ooh, player hits the brakes, falls over, and big hit in front of me. That was Summerich. Ma spins, sends it back down low. Summerich after it. Good outlet pass by 77, right up the gut. Oh, just wide. It was a great outlet pass. They could try to come around the other side. Chesterfield trying to get out of the zone, they do. Here they come out, Ma comes in, centers, shot, scores! Teddy Summerich with the goal. Assisted by Ma. Great pass, great shot. Go to that replay. Ma comes and puts it right on the tape. Boom. All right, Teddy Summerich gets in on the action. And offsides is the call. Malik spins. Ooh, that was going across to Kiefer. Puck still going across in the middle. Back down the other way. Ramey plays into the far corner. Ramey spins. He comes out. Got 3-on-3 the other way. Ramey works across the red line. He's going to come down into the corner. Centers it. Oh, what a pass right to Kiefer. I'm sorry, that's Lee. Lee to Kiefer. Oh, it was down at his skates. And Twin Bridges out the other way, 2-on-2. And more extracurricular activity happening down in the other corner. All right, we're going to have offsetting minors probably again. Roughing calls on both teams. All right, should be skating 5-on-5. All right, offsetting minors. And so we'll continue with about 11 minutes now to play in the third period. Close, just offsides. Holland chases. Holland tips it up. Puck is bouncing. Smith continues after it. Puck comes out to the point. Shot. Ooh. Nice save. Oh. There we go. Face-off's going to come out of the zone. Face-off is controlled by the Falcons. Oh, player falls down but just gets it off. And we come back down into the Chesterfield zone. Puck is bouncing, tipped aside, shot. I think that might have been blocked again in front. Puck is right up at the blue line, and they come back in. Shot. Oh, they score. Face-off come back out to center ice. Score is now 5-3 in favor of Chesterfield. Puck is sent down. Twin Bridges player blows a tire behind the goal. Summerich gets it. Was trying to send her out. He blows a tire. Back out to the point. Good pass by McLean. McLean into the corner. Back out to the point again. Shot down low. Rebound. Ooh, good save. Puck bounces right in front. And held on to by the goaltender. All right, both teams changing players. Face-off will come to the right of the Lightning goaltender. Malik gets the draw. Oh, they were trying to go back down low. That was Lee. Held in again. That puck goes way up in the air. Puck's bouncing again. And offsides once more is Twin Bridges. Puck is bouncing. We got a penalty coming now in Chesterfield. All right. All right, that's Malik to the box. Nice save by Connolly right off the bat. Puck is flipped out, should be icing. Face off, controlled by Twin Bridges. They shoot. A lot of traffic in front. Rebound. Puck is bouncing. Chesterfield gets the puck out of the zone. And Chesterfield gets another penalty. They're going to do their best to try to give Twin Bridges every opportunity to get back into this. All right, they just ran the clock down to 2 minutes. And they're going to pull the goalie too. So we're going to empty net. Puck exits the zone. Malik is back on. So we now have 6-on-4. Puck is bouncing through the middle. Chesterfield tries to get it out again, unable to. It looks like we have a timeout for Twin Bridges. All right, 11 seconds left in the penalty to Smith. All right, face off now down to the left of Chesterfield. Pinned in the corner. Puck comes out. Get up, Evan. You gotta get up. Gotta get back. Back down the other way. We just got about 10 seconds left. Puck goes around far side. Looks like Chesterfield should hold on to this one. 5 seconds remaining. And that'll do it. 5-3 is the final. All right, guys, we'll try to go through the goals if I can remember all of them. It's been a pretty chaotic game. And I've got the kids back behind me, as you can hear. So let's see if we can go through the replays. Goal number 1, I believe this one was Peyton Ladano. He sends it out to Matthew Stryker. Stryker sends it back down. Rebound goes right to Ladano. He buries it. That was 1-0 at the time. Second goal. Second goal here coming in a second. Second goal. This one, I believe, was Cam McLean on this goal. Oh, no, sorry. That was the Evan Malik goal, assisted by Colby Beck, I believe, on that one. That was goal 2 for Chesterfield. Go to goal number 3. 3 for Chesterfield. That was Teddy Summerich right on the doorstep, jamming that one in. Third goal for the Falcons. Fourth goal of the day. Fourth goal coming from, I believe this was Smith. Comes down and snipes it right at the dot. Boom, buries that one. And the fifth and final goal for Chesterfield. This was Danny Ma passing over. Oh, that might have been, was that McLean or Summerich? I'm not sure who got that last one. All right, guys. Nonetheless, Chesterfield wins 5-3. That was a hard-fought game. Thanks for joining. We'll be back. I think our next game is probably next weekend. I'll talk to you all later.